Dogs. I'm the wrong person for the social media shit because I entertain the social media shit. I do not give any kind of fucks.
The victim of an apparent homicide in Lowell has been identified by police as 22-year-old Deja Jenkins Minus of Boston. It's a case where police have not yet made an arrest.
November 24th, 2021. A young mother types out what would be her final words to the world. Living for my 2-month-old baby girl. Can't wait for her first Thanksgiving. 24 hours later, she's dead. 58 stab wounds, a fractured neck, and her infant daughter locked in the same room with her body. By the time her family kicked down that door, it was already too late. But here's what they didn't know yet. This wasn't random. This wasn't a break-in gone wrong. This was personal. And the man responsible, he'd been telling the world exactly what he was going to do. Her name was Deja Jenkins Minus, 22 years old, from Mattapan, a tight-knit neighborhood in Boston where everybody knows everybody. She wasn't just another face in the crowd. She was the girl who made honor roll, who cheered on the sidelines, who showed up early and stayed late, the kind of person people remembered. She had goals, real ones. She wanted her daughter to never need for anything, to have the kind of life Deja was still building for herself. And then came Dailani, born September 20th, 2021 at 4:01 in the morning, 8 pounds, 2 ounces. Deja's entire world shifted the second that baby took her first breath. Friends said she changed, focused, like nothing else mattered anymore except making sure her daughter had everything she didn't. But there was something else going on, something most people didn't see. Leonard Robinson, her boyfriend. Well, sort of. It was complicated. On again, off again. The kind of relationship where you never really know where you stand. And Leonard, he was struggling with that. Hard. He'd been posting online. A lot. Asking questions. Angry questions. Questions about whether Dailani was even his. Whether Deja had lied to him. Whether he'd been played. And the tone? It wasn't curiosity. It was rage. If you've ever ignored a red flag because you wanted to believe someone could change, you need to hear what happens next. Stay till the end, because I'm going to give you 2 powerful tips on how to avoid and escape domestic violence and relationship abuse. You might need them. Someone you love definitely does. On Thanksgiving morning, Deja packed up her baby, grabbed an overnight bag, and drove to Leonard's place in Lowell. She thought they were spending the holiday together. She thought things were getting better. She had no idea she was walking into a trap. Would you have gone? If someone you cared about asked you to come over after weeks of tension, after public posts questioning your loyalty, after all the back and forth, would you have said yes? If you believe no one should ever feel unsafe in a relationship, hit that subscribe button right now. Because stories like this don't get told unless people like you make sure they're heard. And if you're still not convinced, drop a comment and tell me why you're okay letting this kind of content disappear. Welcome to True Crime Footprint, where we unveil the darkest mysteries and the most terrifying true crime tales. Kindly hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our new stories. Your support keeps these stories alive. Three in the morning, November 25th. Neighbors on Llewellyn Street saw a young woman walk up to Leonard's house carrying a baby and an overnight bag. They didn't think much of it. People come and go. It's Thanksgiving. But here's the thing. Nobody saw her leave. Inside that house, in a back bedroom, something happened. Something violent. Something that took time. Leonard attacked her. Not once. Not twice. 58 times. He stabbed her 58 times. Her neck was fractured from the force. This wasn't a moment of anger. This was sustained, calculated, brutal. And when it was over, he didn't call for help. He didn't panic. He locked the bedroom door from the outside, took Deja's car keys, and drove away. He left the baby inside, alone, with her mother's body. How long do you think a 2-month-old can survive without food, without being held? How long before panic sets in for a family that's waiting for someone who's never coming home? If you think Leonard Robinson deserves to rot in prison for what he did, smash that like button and share this video. Let people know what happens when rage turns into murder. Thanksgiving dinner. The table's set. The family's gathered. But there's one person missing. Deja. Her mom, Latoya, keeps checking her phone. Calling, texting. Nothing. This isn't like her. Deja doesn't just disappear. Not with the baby. Not on a holiday. Something's wrong. Latoya opens Find My iPhone. Deja's location pops up. A house in Lowell, an address Latoya's never seen before. She gets in the car, drives straight there, calls the police for a welfare check. Officers show up, knock on the door. No answer. The house looks empty. They check the windows. Nothing suspicious. They tell the family there's not much they can do. But Latoya doesn't leave. She can feel it. Mothers know. She breaks a window, climbs inside, forces open a locked bedroom door, and there she is, Deja, on the floor, next to an air mattress, not moving, not breathing. And in the corner, Dailani, still alive, still in her carrier. 12 hours. 12 hours that baby was locked in that room with her mother's body. Do you think he knew they'd find him? Or did he think he could just disappear? If you're still watching but haven't subscribed, I'm genuinely curious. Why? Drop a comment and let me know. Is it because you don't think this matters? Or because you don't think you'll ever need to know this stuff? I'm reading every single one.
A grieving family is asking for the public's help in finding the killer of 22-year-old Deja Jenkins Minus. Police have said nothing about a suspect in the case since her body was discovered on Friday. WBZ's Tiffany Chan just spoke with the victim's mother and joins us live now with that story. Tiffany?
Yeah, and the Jenkins Minus family has no idea why someone would want to kill this 22-year-old woman the day after Thanksgiving. And with it happening so close to the holidays, the pain is just unbearable.
Just come forward. I'm not angry. I'm more mad that they won't come forward.
A mother's tearful plea for justice just days after 22-year-old Deja Jenkins Minus was found brutally murdered in Lowell.
I knew something was wrong. I didn't know what, but I knew something was wrong.
It was Latoya Minus' motherly instinct that led Lowell police to this home where her body was found Friday morning.
And they told me that my daughter, that she was stabbed.
Did they say by who?
No, I don't know yet.
The Middlesex District Attorney's Office is investigating, but tell us the killing doesn't appear to be random. While Minus has an idea of who might be responsible, she can't fathom why someone would want to kill this young mother, who, telling by this candlelight vigil, was so deeply loved.
She's very outgoing. She's loving. She's a very uplifting young lady.
Minus is now desperate for answers and has this message for her daughter's killer.
They just need to turn themselves in. I'm lost. I'm hurt. I'm numb. I'm angry. And I want justice for my baby and my grandbaby.
Leonard Robinson thought he was smart, but he forgot one thing. He was wearing a GPS monitor. See, Leonard wasn't just some guy. He was already in the system, facing gun charges in Boston. The court made him wear an ankle bracelet as a condition of his release. Every step he took was tracked, every location logged. And guess where that GPS put him? Right there, at the Llewellyn Street house. The entire time Deja was being killed, police executed a search warrant 2 days later. They found the knife, right there in his bedroom, the same blade that ended her life. But it wasn't just the physical evidence. It was the digital trail. Leonard had been posting on Facebook, publicly. He questioned whether Dailani was his daughter. He said he wanted a DNA test. He said he was angry at Deja, really angry. The autopsy came back. 58 stab wounds, fractured neck. The medical examiner's report used 3 words: extreme atrocity and cruelty. 3 days after Deja's body was found, police arrested Leonard in Boston, November 29th, 2021. Now here's what I promised you, 2 tips that could save your life or someone you love. Tip 1, if someone you're with starts publicly questioning your loyalty, accusing you of lying, posting about you online in anger, that's not jealousy, that's control. And control doesn't stay online, it escalates, always. Tip 2, trust your gut. If you feel unsafe, you don't need proof. You don't need permission. Tell someone. Share your location with a friend. Make a plan before you need one. Because waiting to be sure, that's how people end up like Deja, Leonard went to trial in 2024, but the question wasn't whether he did it. The question was whether the jury would call it what it was.
A Lowell man is due in court today, accused in the murder of a young mother on Thanksgiving. 22-year-old Leonard Robinson is charged with killing Deja Jenkins Minus. Police went to a Lowell home on Friday for a well-being check on her and her 2-month-old daughter. Well, inside they found Jenkins Minus suffering from multiple injuries. The baby was not hurt.
Do you think GPS evidence is enough to convict someone of murder? Or do you need more? If this video just taught you something you didn't know before, hit that like button. And if you know someone who needs to hear those 2 tips, share this video with them. It might actually save their life. May 30th, 2024. The jury didn't take long. Guilty. First-degree murder. Sentence. Life in prison. No parole. Ever. LaToya Minus sat in that courtroom and heard the verdict. She said she felt numb. Because what does justice even mean when your daughter's gone? When a baby grows up without her mother? But there was still one person who needed help. Di Lanny. Deja's great aunt set up a trust fund. Di Lanny's Bright Future Trust Fund. The goal? $100,000 for school, for therapy, for everything Deja wanted her daughter to have. As of 2025, they've raised over $13,000. It's not enough yet, but it's a start. Deja wanted her daughter to never need for anything, and her family's making sure that happens. This wasn't just a murder, it was the destruction of a future. A mother who'll never see her daughter grow up. A daughter who'll never remember her mother's face. Was justice really served? Can a life sentence ever balance the scales when a 2-month-old baby lost everything? If you believe people like Leonard Robinson should never see the light of day again, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story like this. And if you still won't, go ahead and tell me in the comments why you think these stories don't deserve to be told. I'm genuinely curious. What's your take on this case? Do you think Leonard planned it, or did he just snap? Comment below. I'm reading every single one. And if this video helped you understand something you didn't before, hit that like button and send it to someone who needs to hear it. Our hearts ache for Deja's family. Words feel inadequate, but please know you are held in deepest sympathy and prayers. May you find strength and comfort in the memories of Deja. To everyone who made it to the end, thank you for watching, for your attention, and for joining us on this journey of reflection. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and above all, stay safe. See you on our next video.